Hi everyone, Poncho Nicole and another video on the buttonholes. In another video I explained how to do the buttonholes and you can knit them, but imagine you find afterwards that your buttonholes are too big and that this size of button fits and you have decided to do that size of button. What to do? Now, there are a few ways of repairing that. There is also another way of doing buttonholes that you don't knit them, but do them afterwards. And that is this way. I'll explain that in another video. Here's with another color, so you can see exactly how it looks like. And even in a garter stitch you can do this, but this is a way of doing that you have to practice before doing it on your poncho, because you have to cut in your knit work, and I advise don't do that in your poncho. First practice. Okay, you have knitted your buttonholes and you find that your buttonholes are too big. What to do? You can do it either with a crochet hook or with a needle. The only thing you need now is a needle, scissors and a crochet hook. Okay, let's begin. You see there are a few stitches around it. And this is the size of button that has to fit. I'm now using a crochet hook number 4, around number 4. And when you are going to do this, when you are doing it too tight, the button won't fit, so you have to loosen up a bit. You can try use another size of crochet hook. You just have to see while doing. Okay. Just put your working yarn like this in half and put it on your crochet hook, and this is the wrong side of the fabric and this is the good side. We're working from the good side. Okay, put it in a stitch you find over here, put it through, and then you are going to search for another stitch. And maybe when you have done one and you find they are too tight, you can also use the ladders in between, but that you have to see while doing. So let's do the other stitch. You see that stitch over here. Just look at your fabric. Okay. Here is the weaving ends, so you have to do the piece of yarn of your working yarn. You put it around your crochet hook, you put it through, and you put it through the first stitch. Now when you get used to this, you will notice that you can do this without even doing this to look what you are doing. You can do it like this. Okay, search another stitch, put the working yarn around your crochet hook, put it through. You can do it like this, of course, and then put it in your work. Just look, where are the stitches? What is the most beautiful way of doing it? And take care that every buttonhole you do now, that they have the same amount of stitches. That looks the most neat way. So, okay, we're almost there. You see, I still have a piece of purple over here, so I'm just doing another one. take care that you don't use the weaving ends. Okay, you put it through, and then you can see if it is big enough. Okay, it still comes through, but even when you weave in ends, you will notice sometimes that the button don't fit. Okay, what you do, cut off your working yarn. This is the one you have to pull through. Okay, and here we still have some purple left, and so we are going to connect the last stitch with the first stitch. Also a V shape, and we want to have another V shape, so I put it in the V shape of the first one, put it through, and I go back into where I started from. Now just hold those and check if your button is fitting. It's really tight, I notice, so what you can do is just release a bit, or just start at the beginning and take a bigger crochet hook. Okay, weaving ends. Just look at your first stitch, if it isn't too tight or too loose. Just look at your work and you make a knot. This one is the one below and this is the one up. This one stays up and this is the one who's going to make the knot. So you have a knot that is a very good knot that won't release again, untied again. Okay, weaving ends. Now you see I did it with white just because then you can see what is happening, but of course you're doing it with the same color as the poncho. Now, and this is your new buttonhole. Which you can make as big as you want to. Just try one, look if it is fitting, and then you even can count like this and make the other one. And as you can see, this is a difference between them. It's a lot more. It has more steadiness, so it looks more nice than this one. Okay, this was doing the buttonholes afterwards, just adjusting them to your button. Hope to see you next poncho. Bye bye.